morning, everybody. Please be seated. Welcome this morning. My name's Claire Marchant, the new Vice-Chancellor of the University of Gloucestershire. I'm absolutely delighted to be here. Welcome to this brilliant celebration of all of our wonderful students of the University of Gloucestershire. You look so awesome, all of you. I'm delighted to be attending my first year of graduation ceremonies at the university, and I wanted to encourage all of you to be as celebratory as possible through the course of the morning. That's a sort of challenge to you all. This is a celebration, and therefore not only is clapping, whooping and stamping of feet encouraged, I will be very disappointed if we haven't raised the roof by the end of the morning. So there is your challenge. Oh! Well, you've already exceeded my expectations in terms of starting early. Before we proceed, I just want to say a few words of welcome and reflection, what is a really special occasion. Welcome, firstly, to our students. This is all about you. So please enjoy it, enjoy the moment. But also welcome to friends and family. Many of you have travelled far and wide. I hope you feel huge pride as you sit alongside those students who have worked so hard to get here today. Welcome to those who are receiving honorary titles today. Dr. Ingrid Pollard and Lawrence Llewelyn-Bowen. Delighted to have you here. We are a university focused on many things, but I wanted to highlight just three: inclusivity and belonging, development of ideas and skills, and the great careers our students go on to. All of this building on a strong heritage that dates back to 1847. I am particularly proud of our inclusivity and belonging, and since I arrived in September, I've heard students talk about this consistently. How people care, diversity is celebrated, and connections are made. This university is a local, national and international university, and so this is a wonderful time to celebrate that diversity and remind ourselves what binds us together as human beings. We always have more in common than that which divides us. Development of ideas and skills is at the heart of the university experience. Whether this is understanding how we use art in inspiring people, or how photojournalism really captures a landmark moment. Hold on to these skills, as 30 years on, I can guarantee you will still recognise their application in the roles you take on as you progress through your career. For me personally, I'm particularly excited thinking about what you as students will go on to accomplish, equipped with capabilities you've learned during your time with us. Many of you will take on a variety of roles in your career. The average over the course of a lifetime is around 12. And many of you will go on to be successful in roles using these skills that we didn't even know those roles exist at the moment. Remember, what you have learned here will equip you for life. Not just what you have learned, but the skills associated with learning itself. Organisation, teamwork, curiosity, debate, discipline and resilience. As one of the most accomplished musicians and one of my favourite, B.B. King, once said, the most beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. I encourage you to treasure these moments today. I still might remember my graduation in 1993, before many of you were probably born 30 years ago. It is indelibly inked into my mind. So, photos galore, that's what today is all about. Lots of smiles, lots of laughs, and possibly some tears. Huge congratulations to each and every one of you. I now call upon the Chancellor of the University, Lord Michael Bichard, to make his address.
It's really great to be here. It's wonderful that the Vice-Chancellor, in opening every day, encourages you to misbehave and to whoop up. Now, if you could just control it for a little while, I'd be ever so grateful. It's a real pleasure to be here. I mean, because it's most of all today, it's a day of celebration, and we all like a really good party. And actually, Cheltenham and Gloucester, they do parties pretty well, so I hope you'll have a few during the course of the day. It's a day of celebration for our graduands as we recognise their achievements and all the hard work that they put into getting here today. It won't have been easy. It won't have been easy because of the disruption and the additional stress which the pandemic and its aftermath has caused. But you've made it, maybe to the surprise of some of your supporters in the hall, but you've made it, and my warmest congratulations to each and every one of you. But this is also a day of celebration for families, for parents, siblings, partners, and in this world of lifelong learning, even children and grandchildren. We have someone who's graduating tomorrow who is 80. I think that's fantastic. You have all provided the support without which none of today would have happened, would have been possible. And I know that today's graduates will want me to say on their behalf a really heartfelt thank you. I just want to say make two special comments, personal comments. First of all, I want to say an especial well done to the graduands who are here, who are the first in their family to study at a university. That was the position I was in. It was rather earlier than 1993. I'd be happy if you cut that bit out of your speech as well, because it makes me feel very old. If you're the first in your family to have studied at a university, that is brilliant. Be proud of what you've already achieved, but promise yourselves and promise your families that this is just the start. You ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing yet. Well done. The second personal comment I want to make is that most of the people here today are graduates from the School of Arts. I'm not an artist, I'm not a designer, but for 7 years I was Vice-Chancellor of the University of the Arts in London. It was probably the best 7 years of my working life. I just had a ball. One of the things that people don't realise about artists and designers, and I mentioned this to Laurence earlier, is the courage that you need. People sometimes think this is soft. It ain't soft because you, in a way that most of us don't experience, your work is constantly on display. It's always being criticised by maybe sometimes families, colleagues, peers, critics you will find in the future. You've got to be really courageous and self-confident to put your work on display like that. I started life just as a lawyer. No one ever read my essays. They were brilliant, of course, but no one read them. They see your stuff every day, and congratulations to you. This is not an easy degree. They're not soft degrees. They really, really matter. Finally, I want to thank, and I think you'd want me to thank, all of the staff who've worked tirelessly to help you graduate. I know that they're delighted with your success, and sitting behind me, I know that they'll quietly be proud of what you've done. I've been Chancellor here now for a year or so, and I've had an opportunity to see many of our staff at work. So I know just how committed they are to helping their students to succeed. And I want publicly to say thank you to you for everything you've done to make this possible. Feel free to clap at this stage. And I can see some of them are looking very embarrassed, so thank you for doing that. But I don't think this should just be a day of celebration. I think it's also a moment to pause and reflect, something which all of us don't have much time to do in this hectic social media-driven world. Reflect on what you've learned in the time you've been here, not just academically, but what have you learned about you and about life and people. But also to think about going forward, what you're going to do. You'll have lots of exciting opportunities put before you because actually you're some of the most talented people of your generation. For what it's worth, my advice in selecting what you do is to choose very carefully and always try and do something which excites you, something which you feel passionate about, because then you'll do it best of all, and you'll feel fulfilled. And I get very sad when I see people who spent most of their working lives working conscientiously but actually doing something they don't feel very passionate about. Try and make sure you do something you feel passionate about. But this is a good time also, not just think about what your career might offer you, but also who you want to be. Or to put it another way, what do you want to be known for? What values do you want to live by? The university thinks values are quite important, and we've tried to spell out the values that we stand for. And I think when you get a moment in the next few days, it'd be quite a good thing for you to just think about, what do I want to stand for? What do I want people to know me about? Our values here start and end with integrity, or put another way, a determination to act honestly, to behave ethically, and to promote high standards of public service. In short, to be someone who can be trusted. I can't think of a time during my life when our world has been more in need of people who can be trusted. Too often it seems as if truth has become a commodity, something which people feel is the inevitable casualty of a pursuit of power or of wealth or of some sought-after political or business objective. It shouldn't be. It isn't. In reality, truth and trust should be the non-negotiables in the way we live, the way we lead, the way we govern, the way we sustain relationships. And that's especially true for our political and business leaders. I've never expected that everyone would agree with every decision I've made, because some of them, frankly, were just plain wrong. But I have aspired to be trusted, because why would you want to live with someone or work with someone or follow someone you don't trust? And let me tell you, the thing about trust is that if you lose it, it's almost impossible to win back. It is the most precious commodity. So above all, be honest and be trusted. One of our other values is ambition. Not in the selfish pursuit of status and power for its own sake, and don't we see that a lot at the moment, but in the sense that we want to be the best university that we can be. And in the same way, we want to encourage everyone in our community, not least you graduates, to realise your potential, and in so doing to use your influence for the common good. As you walk out of this hall today, there should be no ceiling to your ambitions, no limit to your aspirations. And when you meet people who tell you you can't do that, and you will meet them as I have, treat them with courtesy, treat them with respect, but treat them with great caution. Because in the words of one of my heroes, Barack Obama, back in November 2008, he said, when you're met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell you you can't do that, then respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Yes, I can. As a university, we also aspire to compassion. As the Vice-Chancellor has said, to be inclusive and to treat everyone equally and with respect. I'm sure sometimes we fall short. I'm sure sometimes you've seen examples of that. We all fall short occasionally. But I hope you will aspire to do the same. We do still live in a very unequal society where many people's life chances, I think, are unacceptably low. We live in a society where people face different forms of discrimination every day, where even life expectancy in our relatively small island varies dramatically across the country, and where many people on low incomes or without a job are looking towards the coming winter with foreboding. You can't resolve all of those problems, I know that, although I hope some of you will make a contribution in all sorts of ways to improving the quality of people's lives. But you can't do it all. What you can do is in your dealings with friends, with colleagues, and those who work with and maybe in time for you, is to show that you respect them as equals. You call out behaviour which in some way diminishes them, and you offer support when they need it. Belatedly, I'm currently reading the memoir of the late black American poet and author Maya Angelou, which is called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. If you haven't read it, not always an easy read, but I'd recommend it. Maya says, I've learned that people will forget what you said. They will even forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. I think that's so right. By the way, Maya also has a nice quote which goes something like, to grow up is to stop putting blame on your parents. I just mentioned that. It's maybe something you take away with you today. But always try and leave people feeling that you genuinely care about them. As a university, I know that under the leadership of our new Vice-Chancellor, we will always try to act with integrity, to be ambitious and to show compassion. But you know, universities are defined, they're illuminated, most of all by the lives and the behaviour of their people, and most of all, their graduates. So we hope when people encounter you, they feel that they're dealing with someone who has the commitment to integrity, to ambition and compassion. Whatever you do, whatever your future accomplishments, we hope you will keep in touch. Easy to say, sometimes difficult to do. But there will be times when I think we'll be able to help you, to offer you some support or some advice. Don't feel afraid to ask for it. But we also want to know about your achievements, not just so that we can sit back and feel good about it ourselves, but because what you do and what you achieve can inspire the next generation of students here. So let us know that as well. And if you do one day become very rich, we'll be only too happy to meet up with you and discuss how you might help the next generation of students to have an even better experience. But that's all for tomorrow. Today, do take a moment or two to enjoy it with friends and with family. Enjoy what you've already achieved. We couldn't be more pleased for you. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Stuart Dove and I am the Student Registrar at the University, and it's my pleasure to add my congratulations to you graduating today. We are so proud of you and you do look amazing. We will shortly proceed to the conferment of awards on our graduates, starting with students from South Gloucestershire and Stroud College. The students will be presented by Dr. Matthew Lovett and the awards conferred by the Chancellor of our university, Lord Bichard. SGS students, before we begin, because you're going first, you're invited to enjoy a short video as a reminder of your time at the college.
Dynamic.
Motivational. Iconic. SGS has become my second family. They've built me up personally and professionally, and they've given me amazing experiences that I will always remember for the rest of my life. I've met some of my lifelong friends here now, and I just think it's one of the best places.
Over the past 3 years of studying at SGS, I've had so much great support and great knowledge given to me.
I came here as a mature student. I've met some amazing friends and some amazing lecturers, and I've had the best 3 years of my life.
Chancellor, I present to you candidates from South Gloucestershire and Stroud College, and I commend to you those recorded as in absentia. So, for the award of Foundation Degree, Applied Sports Coaching and Physical Education, Julia Drotzek. William Harris. Benjamin Holt. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Applied Sports Coaching, Anna Allen. Toby Conybeer. Benjamin Force. Holly Gibbs. Sam Hedges. Tabu Minzamba. Bailey Peacock. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Applied Sports Conditioning and Exercise, Andrew Carr. For the award of Foundation Degree, Early Childhood Studies, Jessica Francis. Taya Nutt. Michelle Simmons. Alicia Spill. For the award of Foundation Degree, Education and Learning, Carly Bidwell. Jade Brooks. Ellie Hayward. Lewis Newman. Louise Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Fine Art, Shona Brett. Monica Maggs. Tim Southall. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Game Art and Production, David Cummings. Travis England Hewitt. Jacob Harris. Emmeline Higginson. For the award of Foundation Degree, Live Events Production, Thomas Clouter. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Media Production, Neve Conlon-Jones. Katie Down. Joshua Hillier. Casey Holbrook. Joshua Lorente. Jamie Lench. Erin Lewis. For the award of Foundation Degree, Media Production, Sarah Mallion. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Musical Theatre, Georgina Coombs. Alexandra Fitzgerald. Charlie Lou James. Maria Kellingray. Amber Lewis. Kaylee Monks. Hannah Pallow. Harriet Powell. Courtney Taylor. Jordan Walsh. For the award of Foundation Degree, Specialist Makeup Design, Lucy Hammond. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Specialist Makeup Design, Jessica Bowden. Helen Eyre. Aisha Lawrence Taylor. Megan Lowe. Eleanor Peacock. Emma Price. Lewis Sharp. Tia Smith. Megan Starkey. Chloe Versace. Emily Watkins. For the award of Foundation Degree, Zoological Management, Alexander Harkham. Bethan Joyce. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Zoological Management and Conservation, Kareem Aiton Crawford. Chloe Cottingham. Chloe Daniel. Catherine Harvey. Amelia Jolly. Rebecca Kaiser. Henry King. Alicia Lewis. Charlotte Lister. Jasmine Mason. Before we continue with students from the University of Gloucestershire School of Art, we also have a short video to remind UoG students of your time with us. Chancellor, I present to you candidates from the School of Art, and I commend to you those recorded as in absentia. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Advertising, Jordan Griffiths-Powell. Caris Kiffin-Hughes. Kate Lindsay. Amara Lucas Harneman. Isabella Miller. Maisie Norfield. Kate Piercy. Elizabeth Smith. Dylan Sykes. Caitlin Walsh. Ellie Bond. Megan Cole. Alice Cork. Amelia Davis. Taylor Dinnis. Ariano Inacio Eloy. Shannon MacDonald. Jessica Miles. Amy McCartney. Joanna Mollen. Hannah Roberts. Charlotte Rogers. Kate Saunders. Bronte Smith. Molly Sykes. Alice Walkie. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Drama and Performance Practice, Lucy Baggerley. Georgia Baker. Jade Brookshaw. Declan Ferridge. Braden Flores Quesada. Gabriella Fowler. Edward Legal. Angela Osman. Taylor Robbins. Victoria Ruth. Joel Silber. Kai Smith. Yayan Watson. Isabel Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Fashion Design, Hannah Brighton. Emily Cook. Elizabeth Deering. Paris Hill. Lian Wusu. Tricia Perez. Samia Tabassum. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Fine Art, Susie Anderson. Jennifer Bell. Stella Bucher. Emily Goodchild. Nova Piggott. Max Pilcher. Charlotte Staples. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Graphic Design, Gemma Averis. Alice Brett. Emily Brooks. William Burden. Rebecca Campbell-Kemp. Aaron Griffiths. Kelsey Hall. Caris Jackson. Atapol Jumpol. Cara Lacey Din. Isabel Limbrick. Jay Makepeace. William Mansell. Rebecca May. Kadeen McCleary. Sin Pan. Natalie Shears. Michelle Sikorska. Claudia Solska. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Illustration, Lucy Ball. Olivia Bridger. Claire Chamberlain. Tegan Cook. Leon Dale. Charlotte Davis. Emily Dean. Kira Duff. Peter Elliott. Sophie Frampton. Lauren Gillett. Carla Hogarth. Isabella Hughes. Eleanor Jones. Sandra Lewandowska. Kiana Massey. Oliver Matthews. Harriet Meredith. Sylvia Mikulicic. Daniela Catalina Militaru. Georgina Mullins. Non O'Brien. Lily Pethersmith. Luna Roberts. Laurence Smith. Katie White. Mason Wilson. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Interior Design, Tess Ashmead. Sophie Browers. Isabel Chaffee. Taylor Larkin. Megan Pedley. Gabriella Piacuta. Megan Potter. Supatawadi Sanchan. Hannah Smith. Ashley Swallow. Quan Tran. Jessica Winchester. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Landscape Architecture, Hallie Abbott-Trangmar. Courtney Broderick. David Coburn. Shireen Din. Lauren Dutton. David Deitcher. Ethan Fincham. James Hill. Honmin Ko. Caitlin Lewis. Catherine Lewis. Yunhai Luck. Daniel March. Sarah Marsh. Henry Monington. Una Nolan. Joseph Parker. Imogen Reeves. Adam Rowley. Nick Russell. Samuel Sherwin. Mia Thompson. Annie Watson. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Performing Arts, Ella Babbage. Juliana Bello da Costa. Chloe Cadman. Harvey Carter. Alicia Cook. Ariane Crisp. Anna Rose Darman. Marcus Davis. Crystal Jane DeCamps. Holly Fleetwood. Caitlin Grant. Leah Jones. Tobias Pomeroy. Denny J. Powell. Clara Seleskovich. Jemima Speller. Beth Timmons. Alexia Trengrove. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Photography, Ben Adams. Lucy Baker. Jacob Edwards. Alexander Foley. Megan Green. Ethan Hill. Mylena Kishkoska. Annie Coyce. Annabelle Vasey. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Photography, Editorial and Advertising, Christopher Adams. Megan Atkins. Joshua Ball. T. Kim Yun-yu. Daniel Granger. Alice Hancock. Maisie Hughes. Holly Jeffries-Reedman. Hannah Keeling. Katie Makepeace. Eleanor McCormick. Alex McDowell. Jack Ratcliffe. Anna Underwood. Michael Abansky. Eden Watterson. Emily Wood. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Photojournalism and Documentary Photography, Chloe Arnold. Daria Borchia. Tegan Connolly. Arno Gerber. Lily Hart. Angel Mansell. Kai MacDonald. Freya Meacham. Craig Rennie. Marcin Rees. Charlotte Southwell. Sadie Taylor. Dottie Walker. Frederick Wilkinson. Rebecca Wilkinson. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Product Design, Gemma Knifick. Conrad Perry. For the award of Master of Arts Fine Art, Zoe Ashbrook. Ali Goff. Nick Bakonin. Francesca Salvasala. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma, Graphic Design, Manur Dowd. Kabisana Karunakaran. For the award of Master of Arts Illustration, Caitlin Holloway. Nimra Nadeem. Chloe Pates. Emma Priachinska. Melanie Rose Steele. Amanda Steer. For the award of Master of Arts, Landscape Architecture, Wai-Ling Chan. Amy Duffy. Emma Higgins. Edward Russell. For the award of Master of Arts, Landscape Architecture, Conversion, Erin Blackburn. David Cheshire. Madeline Howarth. Sasha Liddle. For the award of Master of Arts Photography, Elise Townsend. For the award of Master of Philosophy Art, Alexandra Glenn. Chancellor, that concludes my presentation of awards. I'm now pleased to introduce the Performing Arts, Dance and Drama Choir, who will perform The Climb by Jesse Alexander and John Mabe. The piece has been arranged and is supported by David Last, Academic Course Leader for Performing Arts and Dance.
inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. It's the climb. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it. These are the moments I'm gonna remember most. Just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. Always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. It's the climb. It's the keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, keep moving, keep climbing. You gotta be strong, keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, keep moving, keep climbing. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Somebody's gonna have to lose. It's the climb. It's the climb. Wait on the other side. It's the climb. 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 It's the
Wow, beautiful and inspirational stuff. Many, many thanks to the Performing Arts, Dance and Drama Choir and to David. The school has decided to make special awards to students whose achievements merit particular recognition. I now invite the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Jackie Larby, to present the prizes to this year's winners. The winners of the Excellence in Exhibition Award for Illustration this year are Lucy Ball and Georgina Mullins. I invite Ollie Hilton to present the Karen Hilton Memorial Prize, which is awarded to Claudia Solska. The winners of this year's Everyman Theatre Prize are Gemma Speller and Isabel Williams. The Striker Light Prize winner is Molly Sykes. I invite PJ Crook to present the PJ Crook Prize to this year's winner, Emily Goodchild. Well done. The South Gloucestershire and Stroud Student of the Year 2023 prizes are awarded to David Cummings for his remarkable resilience and determination on his BA Hons Game Art and Production degree programme, and Jan Connett for demonstrating outstanding academic excellence on her BA Hons Fine Art degree programme. Jan cannot be with us today, so I invite Sarah Jane Watkins, South Gloucestershire and Stroud College Principal, to make the presentation to David Cummings. Chancellor, that concludes my presentation of special prizes.
The university has decided to confer honorary titles on a small number of distinguished individuals who merit special recognition for their outstanding achievement and distinction internationally, nationally, and at a local level. I call upon Professor Angus Pryor to present the citations in honour of Lawrence Llewelyn-Bowen and Dr. Ingrid Pollard, MBE.
Thank you. Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present Lawrence Llewelyn-Bowen, upon whom the university is to confer an Honorary Doctorate of Arts. An interior designer and philanthropist, Laurence, who lives in Gloucestershire with his family, was born in Kensington. He studied fine art at the Camberwell School of Art and Crafts, and his skill in drawing and sketching, together with his knowledge and understanding of design history, has shaped his expertise in interior design. Having started his career in design consultancy, Laurence's communication skills and dramatic design concept led him to his career in television. Working with the public and helping them to realise and transform domestic interiors has seen Laurence transform spaces from terrace streets to castles, restaurants to Blackpool illuminations. A familiar face on television, his credits include presenting the BBC and Channel 4 series Changing Rooms and BBC One documentaries In Search of England's Green and Pleasant Land and Hidden Houses of Wales. Laurence regularly features as a designer on DIY SOS, The Big Build, and is presenting a new 4-part series entitled Outrageous Homes with Lawrence Llewelyn-Bowen. Translating his passion into the written word, he launched his latest book, More, 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 Making Maximalism Work in Your Home and Life at Cheltenham Literary Festival. Laurence and his wife are ambassadors for the aid agency Care International UK and are also active patrons for the children's cancer charity Click Sargent and Shooting Stars Children's Hospice. Laurence is also a patron of the children's charity Meryu, co-founded by his father, Trevor Llewelyn-Bowen, and Bill Bond in 1970. Lawrence's international and highly successful brand was established in Cirencester in 1998, and in recent years he has developed supporting links with the university's fashion and interior design pathways. Today, we recognise Lawrence's achievements in the field of design, his profile and reputation in the media, and his outstanding work as a philanthropist. We are also celebrating the support and inspiration he provides to our students. Chancellor, I call upon you to confer the award of Honorary Doctorate of Arts to Lawrence Llewelyn-Bowen.
Well, thank you so much. For a start, that makes me sound terribly grown up, which makes me feel very good. Chancellor, and also you lot. Congratulations to you lot. How do you feel? I'd also like to congratulate you all on quite how hard you've worked to make the Hogwarts look work for you. Each and every one of you an outstanding fashion direction. But this means an enormous amount to me. It's not just the fact that this has come from where I live, which is actually very important. It's something the Chancellor and I were talking about earlier, that actually Gloucestershire always has been somewhere that has been incredibly energetic and very inspirational in the creative field. In fact, right the way back to the Romans. But actually being here now, dressed in a slightly Tudor-Beathan way, which I might do more often actually, I'm quite enjoying it, means an enormous amount, not just to me, but also to what we all do. I, if you like, become a symbol of the fact that going into the creative industries, going into the art world, going into the design world is something that is actually unbelievably important. And I think very, very few people realise that actually in 2021 it led to £109 billion within the UK economy. My work, which takes me all over the world, I see just how incredibly important the British creative field is to absolutely everybody outside this country. And so I am now saying to you lot that you have the most extraordinary opportunity to be able to not just change your world, but to be able to change the world. And actually, I love the fact that things have changed so much. When the Chancellor was saying that he was the first person in his family to go to university, I was the first person in my family to not go to university, to not do law or medicine or English literature, but to do art. And it was considered to be relatively eccentric. It was considered, certainly by my school, to be something that would be a dead end, that I would be a dropout, that I would be someone who would not achieve, someone who would not be able to support or sustain a lifestyle. And look, now, actually, we are beginning to understand that that simply isn't true. There should be no snobbery attached to art. I mean, absolutely, as the Chancellor said, in many, many ways, creativity, design is one of the most difficult things you can ever do, because it's all about you. It's all about you putting yourself forward. If you're not doing the job properly. But when you do it properly, when you lay yourself bare, when you express yourself to the way that you know you can, it leaves you open to all sorts of comment, all sorts of criticism. And the one piece of advice I would give all of you now, as someone that has had an enormous amount of support and celebrity and, encouragement, but also an enormous amount of discussion, an enormous amount of criticism, an enormous amount of appraisal, let that criticism make you stronger. Let that criticism be something that galvanizes in you what you want to do. And I'm not going to lie, because actually it is going to be tough. There are no benchmarks, there are no kind of career achievement points in creativity in the way that you get in so many other industries. Actually, whether you're doing a good or bad job is ultimately, totally, completely, and utterly down to you. It's you looking at your work and deciding whether you are doing it the way that you could, to the best of your possible achievements and the best of your talents. So it is an incredibly exciting moment, and actually it is an incredibly exciting moment because, again, springing off what the Chancellor said, the world ain't a great place at the moment. It's a very complicated, very aggressive, very cold place, but that is exactly the environment in which creativity shines. That is exactly the moment when you, as creators, as designers, have an opportunity to not just comment on what you see, but also to suggest through your work how we can move things forward. So I think the next few years are going to be incredibly important for you, but also incredibly important for the work that you do, and use that work as a platform to move things forward. On a personal note, though, I am now a doctor, which is great. I am the Doctor of Design. Oh, thank you. Really? But it does mean that I've got that moment when I'm on a plane and they say, "Is there a doctor on board?" And I can stand up and I can say, "For God's sake, remove that man's tie. See, doesn't his shirt look better now?" Thank you very much, but good luck. Well done, everybody.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present Dr. Ingrid Pollard, MBE, upon whom the University is to confer an Honorary Doctorate of Arts. Ingrid has been instrumental in establishing photography as a leading art form in the UK and internationally. In a recent State of the Arts interview, she explained how her 2022 Turner Prize nomination meant that professional photography was being recognised in an awards landscape that often ignores it. And personally, she felt it recognised her resilience and her continuing to make work for more than 35 years. Born in Georgetown, Guyana, Ingrid studied film and video at the London College of Printing, followed by an MA in Photographic Studies at Derby University and a PhD at the University of Westminster. Ingrid's practice concerns representation, history and landscape, particularly Britishness, race and gender. and the concept of the other, chiefly through the materiality of photography, but also film and sculpture. Often based on lengthy research into archives and environments, her photo-based practice interrogates the hidden and explicit ideologies and underpinning our popular visual cultures, aesthetic regimes and art histories. Pastoral Interlude, a series of images, text, photographs which originated in experiences of the English countryside and issues of race, considering what that meant and the response to Ingrid being there, informs a photograph recalling English poetry, but clarifies that the work is as much about Britishness as it is about race. How the British landscape is constructed and manufactured and is the negative language around race. Things are changing, she says, but there is still something in the bedrock in the psyche of the ideas of Englishness realised through landscape that Ingrid continues to question and challenge to this day. Highlighting the presence of black British histories, Ingrid researched and visited sites around England bearing reference to the black boy or the African. The visual representation black people have been part of England's history for centuries, Ingrid says. The hidden and the unhidden are the basis of much of the work I do, how I place myself in any environment and how others have done that throughout history. It's also about encounter, when you go somewhere new, how you express being part of the community or not, wanting to belong, or having a particular understanding about belonging. I assume we have something in common, she says, and that is the beginning of the conversation. Her work is in collections including the Arts Council, V&A Museum and the Tate. An honorary fellow of the Royal Photographic Society, her numerous awards include the Freelands Award in 2020, which enabled her to have an extensive solo exhibition at MK Gallery in Milton Keynes and at the Turner Contemporary Margate. It was the exhibition, Carbon Slowly Turning, that secured her Turner Prize nomination. She received an MBA for Services to Art in 2023 and is the Millard Professor of Art at Goldsmiths, University of London. Today we recognise Ingrid for her significant international career in arts and photography, her support for our photography programmes and supporting our students to critically engage with social, political and creative complexities of the contemporary world. Chancellor, I now call upon you to confer the award of Honorary Doctorate of Arts upon Dr. Ingrid Pollard, MBE.
I'm not going to do this off the hoof in the wonderful way that Lawrence did his. Thank you, Angus, for that your very generous introduction. I'm grateful for you saying that all about me and that you get to hear it. And I want to say congratulations for all the students here. It was lovely to see you go up. And there is something about the way you walk up, accept and go, which is every single person is different, which is extraordinary. Thank you for inviting me today and for this recognition of my work and practice. I'd just like to say it's like 4 words: curiosity, resilience, friendliness and tenacity. It is an honour to be recognised by the University of Gloucestershire. It's also special to be celebrating this day with all of you graduates today, who are the artists and creators for tomorrow. For myself, I wouldn't be able to accept this honorary degree if it wasn't for my access to free, grant-assisted education all those years ago, and that I received to complete my degrees. This was long before the introduction of student loans. I always think of that when I come to these celebrations. When I say education, I don't just mean formal education. I mean courses, evening classes, ad hoc, art groups, collective learning, and the deeply formative pleasure of just trying and finding out about new stuff, or stuff, whichever is interested of you. My parents arrived in this country with no experience of the English education system. My teachers seemed to have little expectations of me when I was young. This is perhaps a common migrant story, unremarkable jobs for remarkable people. There are other challenges to my learning: neurodiversity, dyslexia, the intersectionality of racialisation and the British English class system. These continue to be aspects of my work, and they're the things that fuel you, that Laurence talked about as well, that fuel you to go on, that go into your work, and that set up the challenges that you press against. One of my earliest jobs at Lenthal Road Workshop, a feminist print collective. It was true that I found my community and political expression and activism there. These were the opportunities that led me to study for my BA and MA, which came much later. So one thing I would like to say to all the hobby art, perhaps, hobbies, what you're doing, learning in your house, on your own, outside of education, this is all part of the informal learning. Unremarkable jobs are part of that informal learning. You also need to develop these unique skills alongside an artist's sense of curiosity, persistence, caring, friendliness, number one, friendliness, and a willingness to engage people in crucial conversation that foster new dialogues. Some of you may recognize yourself in some of what I have said, and I'm sure you're faced or will be faced with challenges all of your own. Don't let them defeat you. Use these for your work in your life. Almost make work your best friend. I'm trying to find a positive way of framing it that makes me hopeful, that is worth celebrating. And coming here today, these celebrations always fill me with hope for the future. The delight on your faces is always a joy to see. I also like a moment to celebrate those who ploughed the furrow before me. My friends and family have always been with me in love, challenging and transforming my through activism and solidarity. Those I've connected with throughout my life and work, the organisations, the educational institutions, public and my peers across the arts. Today is mostly about celebrating all the students graduating here. It's great to graduate, hooray. A degree is one of the markers for an artist, part of your pathway, curiosity, resilience, friendliness and tenacity, creativity to the full. Whatever happens around you, whatever challenge you are to come, make your art, keep going. So kind of 4 or 5 phrases that have kept me throughout the years. So like trust the wait, embrace uncertainty, enjoy the beauty of becoming. Where nothing is certain, everything is possible. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. I am now delighted to invite Ibby Williams, representing the Students' Union, to add her own special words of congratulations. You may have noticed she graduated here. She is one of you, so be kind to her. Ibby.
Thank you. I imagine some of you may have thought I had got a bit lost when I sat up here, so I swear I'm meant to be here. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates of 2023 and loved ones. On behalf of students and as a fellow graduate of the School of Arts, I would like to congratulate you on your success and achievements at the University of Gloucestershire. Many of you will have studied during the most difficult circumstances, with unprecedented challenges and constant change. Succeeding at university is an incredible accomplishment, but achieving a degree during such a turbulent time is one that you should all be incredibly proud of. Today marks the completion of our hard work, commitment and passion. Thank you. We are all now members of the University of Gloucestershire alumni and will have made lifelong friends, memories and connections during our time here. I personally know how important my cohort was to me during our time working and studying together. We can cherish these memories alongside our degrees, knowing that the university and the friends that we made will always be there for us. I hope that today has been a happy day for you all. It's been wonderful to see everybody celebrating their successes and sharing in your joy. It's important to acknowledge that our work would not have been made possible without the support of families, friends, lecturers, fellow students, and all of the facilities and support at the university. Today, you have been celebrated and congratulated. So now, I would like to invite you, the graduates of 2023, to stand and show your appreciation to those who have supported you by giving them a round of applause. I wish you all the very best of luck in the future. Thank you.
And so it comes to me to close the ceremony. I just wanted to say a couple of words before we finish. The majority of you sitting here today will have decided on your career. Some of you will have already secured a job or decided what you want to go on in terms of further study. But my one piece of advice is if you're still making up your mind, searching for the right thing, don't worry. My only advice is there is no right choice. There is only a right choice for you as an individual. Life is so precious, so every day try and do something in that working day that excites you or you enjoy. It's very easy, and I think we've heard that today, particularly from honoraries, from here on in to see success as about the salary you earn, the company you work for, or the title you acquire. But I'll leave you with a quote about success, and it's one that's been shared with me and has inspired me. It's from a famous 19th century American philosopher, Ralph Waldo Emerson. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate the beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. So Team Gloss, what an opportunity. We hope we have changed your world, and we look forward with real anticipation as to how you will all change ours. Now, I think you've done better than the nurses yesterday in raising the roof, which takes something because I know a lot of nurses. But one last time before we finish, let's raise the roof for our graduates of 2023.